In today's competitive landscape, did you know it's very common to be asked questions about your competition, specifically your approach? So, hypothetical questions about the competition and how you would handle them. Welcome to video number 18 in my 20-part AI feedback Q&A series. For all these videos, it's the same approach. We're going to cover a specific question at a specific company for a specific role. I'm going to cruise through that job description. I'm going to present my overall approach. What's the system? What's the method you should use? Then I'm going to answer it, providing a really strong answer. And then on the back end, I'm going to run it through my AI tool to show how to make a good answer great. We are tackling a specific question at a specific role at a specific company, but it's foundational. I want to show you how to structure any hypothetical answer and really make it a great answer. So let's dive in. Today's hypothetical question is, if a key competitor released a product with features similar to what's on your roadmap, how would you respond? The role is going to be a product manager at Netflix, specifically a product manager in content fulfillment. For the purpose of all these videos, I am not going to read through this job description, but just kind of scroll through slowly so that if at any point you want to pause the video and learn a little bit more about this role, or this is the type of role you might be interested in, it could be interesting for you to review this job description. Keeping your hypothetical answers close to the job description is going to be a key to success. For all hypothetical answers, I strongly recommend the CFAST method. We're going to come in, we're going to clarify. There's always ambiguities. So we've got to clarify what are those ambiguities. Then we want to provide our outline, which is a simplistic framework. What's our approach to solving the question? Then we want to bring in some role-specific assumptions to create good visuals. Then ultimately, we're trying to create a back and forth with our audience and provide multiple solutions, really going quite in depth. For flow, let's go back, let's restate the question, and then I'll provide my answer. So if a key competitor released a product with features similar to what's on your roadmap, how would you respond? I'd be curious, is the competitor's product targeting the same geographic markets as ours? Does the competitor's product include any exclusive features not planned on our roadmap? Is the competitor's product launch timeline ahead of, concurrent with, or behind our planned release or releases? And then have we identified any gaps in our product offering that the competitor's product explicitly addresses? A few items we might want to consider before solving are the strategic implications of this competitor's move, the potential impact on our product roadmap, and how we can leverage our unique strengths to maintain a competitive edge. So I'd want to be looking at things like market analysis, absolutely product differentiation, what's the overall user experience, how are we innovating, what is going to be our overall competitive response and communication strategy, how do we get the team aligned, and then tweak and prioritize our roadmap based on those items. Before solving, let's make a few assumptions. Considering my role as a product manager for content fulfillment at Netflix, with a focus on developing innovative solutions for media asset and delivery management, these assumptions will guide our strategic approach. I'm going to assume that our strategies include leveraging AI and ML for workflow automation and enhancing the user experience. We're going to rely on internal user data and third-party analytics for our decision-making. And then we're going to utilize technologies like cloud-based services and Kubernetes, which are going to be integral to our content delivery infrastructure. So starting with market analysis, the first step in responding to a competitor's similar product launch is to conduct a thorough market analysis. This would involve understanding the competitor's target audience, the unique selling points of their product, and how it's positioned in the market relative to ours. So given Netflix's vast data on user preferences and viewing habits, we can analyze trends and preferences that may not be immediately apparent to our competitors. This could reveal niche markets or underserved audiences that our product can do better to cater to, thus allowing us to differentiate and innovate in spaces that are not as crowded. Now, moving on to product differentiation, leveraging our unique strengths is key. Netflix has a robust infrastructure for content delivery and a strong brand reputation for quality and innovation. We should focus in on enhancing features that are uniquely Netflix, such as personalized content recommendations, superior streaming quality, and exclusive content offerings. For instance, further integrating AI to predict and serve content that matches viewers' moods and preferences can significantly enhance user engagement and satisfaction. Additionally, developing unique formats for content consumption like interactive storytelling or VR experiences could offer a novel way to engage our audience beyond what the competitor provides. I think let's move on and focus on innovation and strategic partnerships. Exploring innovation, Netflix has always been at the forefront of employing cutting-edge technologies to improve the user experience. Given the scenario, it's crucial to accelerate our innovation efforts, particularly in areas like live streaming technology and advanced analytics for content performance prediction. By investing in research and development, we can uncover new ways to deliver content that not only meets the needs but exceeds current consumer expectations. For instance, developing proprietary technology for ultra high definition streaming at lower bandwidths can significantly enhance viewer satisfaction, especially in regions with internet speed constraints. Now, in terms of strategic partnerships, collaborating with technology firms, content creators, and distributors can amplify our product's reach and capabilities. Partnerships with mobile operators and ISPs to offer bundled services could improve our accessibility to our service, making it more attractive to a broader audience. Additionally, collaborating with emerging content creators and indie studios could provide us with unique content that is exclusive to Netflix, further differentiating our product offering. Now, to implement these solutions effectively, close coordination with cross-functional teams is essential. So I bring in engineering and design teams, and we must focus on developing user-centric features while marketing and business development teams work on articulating the product's value and securing beneficial partnerships. Regular feedback loops with users can also help to refine these innovations and ensure they align with users' needs and their preferences. Now, lastly, I want to focus in on performance metrics. Focusing in on these performance metrics, it's vital to establish clear, measurable outcomes to evaluate the effectiveness of our strategic response. KPIs such as engagement rates, new subscriber growth, and churn rate will be instrumental in assessing the impact of our competitive response initiatives. For example, monitoring engagement rates before and after the implementation of new features can provide insights into user preference and feature utility. Additionally, measuring the success of new content formats or exclusive content offerings through viewership numbers and social media sentiment analysis can guide future content strategies. It's also important to track the performance of strategic partnerships, evaluating metrics such as conversion rates from promotional offers or bundled services. These metrics not only help in measuring the immediate impact of our response, but also inform long-term strategic decisions. By continuously monitoring these KPIs, we can iterate on our product offerings, refine our marketing positioning, and ensure that Netflix remains a leader in the content streaming space regardless of competitive moves. Those again are always in these hypothetical answers. They're long and they feel long and it can feel a little overwhelming. It's because we don't have an audience that's interacting or engaging with us. The pauses are always met with silence. So it feels like a long answer, but typically these answers will be broken up and have some level of engagement with your interviewer. So let's look at the answer feedback. So opening statement. Your opening statement could have been explicitly laid out at the beginning of your answer. You did well by asking the right clarifying questions, but starting out with a statement like, before I begin my response, I'd like to clarify a few things, would set a clear preface for the clarification stage. We never just want to fire away. So this is great feedback. I didn't ask that or introduce that opening statement. So we always want to say, hey, I'm going to ask a few clarifying questions. It's just setting the tone so that your interviewer is not surprised you're asking questions. Okay, next feedback is on the assumptions. You made good assumptions using Netflix as a scenario was creative. However, they could be more specific and related to the given problem. Instead of broad statements like we rely on internal user data, specify what type of data you might assume you need or have. For example, we have data on user engagement with each feature set within our own current product. The competitor's new product has caused a noticeable change in our marketing positioning. Our product development timeline can be expedited if necessary. Yes, the assumptions were not specific enough. The more specific your assumptions, the more likely you are to have success in these answers. In all these hypothetical videos, I am keeping it a little bit more generic, but when you get into your interviews, you're going to want to be very, very specific in your answers. Transition statement before solution one. Instead of stating options, present options and allow the interviewer to change direction if they like. So yeah, I just kind of said, hey, this is what I want to focus in on, but I didn't open it back to them and say, but is there anything you want to focus in on? Solution one, in your first solution, you did an excellent job of tying in your role-specific responsibilities. Your explanation was detailed and role-oriented, showcasing how you would handle the situation by applying your skills and expertise as a product manager. Okay, good. However, trying to go beyond the general strategy and give specific actions, such as to understand the competitor's product, I would collect and analyze data on its features, pricing, and customer reviews. This will help identify potential weaknesses that we could distinguish ourselves with. Okay, yeah, it was a little bit more on the generic side, and we want to niche down to, well, what is that product offering and how are we competing with that specific product offering instead of something generic? Transition statement before solution number two. Make your transition statement more interactive and engaging your interviewer. Okay, for instance, having shared how we might respond initially, would you like to explore how recorded and live innovations can further differentiate us? Yeah, and so with all these transition statements, there's a little bit of questioning, and I was just kind of taking them straight down the path and not asking them for feedback, which is really important. We want to allow our interviewers to pivot us if they want to pivot us. Solution two, again, your second solution was good in providing action-oriented steps you would take as a product manager. However, it would enhance your response if you talked about how you would work with specific teams. For instance, you could say, I will collaborate with the engineering team to ensure that technical aspects of these innovative features are feasible and align with our current capabilities. And maybe even go a step further into, well, what do those specific steps look like within those steps? Yeah, so again, asking for more specificity. Transition statement before solution number three. To make it more interactive and engaging, again, you might ask, they say, what gets measured gets done. Shall we explore how performance metrics can help us track our progress? Okay, that's a little bit of fun in there. Sometimes we can make it a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more fun. That is adapting to your interviewer. If they're a little bit more lighthearted, we might use a phrase like that, but I just dove into performance metrics without trying to engage with them. Solution number three, your third solution provided a detailed metrics-oriented approach, which is essential for the product manager's role. Try to link it directly back to the role a bit more. Instead of saying focusing in on performance metrics, try something like, in my role as a product manager, one of my key tasks would be to closely monitor key performance indicators, for example, which helps enforce the idea of you in the role. However, be careful not to overwhelm your interviewer with too many details. A select few crucial details will help them envision you in performing the job well. The answer is a little bit on the vague end. It wants more specificity, and it's calling that out multiple times to remind me of its importance, and repetition and feedback is really helpful. All right, the summary. Just aim to construct straightforward and clear transition statements that effectively guide the interviewer through each step of the problem-solving process. I think it was pretty clear my transitions were weak. Be clear and concise with problem-solving steps in the solution phase, detailing specific actions you intend on taking, and try to showcase your role-specific skills. More specificity, specifically regarding the role. And then you can see here as we go here, I missed this opening statement. It was really okay with my clarification and framework. The assumptions, it really speaking from the perspective of your role, it really wanted more of that. And in the solutions, it wanted me to really be defining more of the how. So it's asking a little bit more of the how and tying that back to the role. The practice interviews AI tool launch is right around the corner. It's Monday, February 26th. If you have not signed up to be an early adopter, we have locked in the 30% discount for all early adopters. It takes about 5 seconds. Click the link in the YouTube description to get that discount. Lastly, what else do I want to tell you? I think that's it. Yeah, I think for now, I really hope that these videos help. I know that it's a lot to go through these hypothetical answers, but if you can master these steps, specifically the chart we're looking at now, you're going to have massive success in these interviews. Thanks so much.